So we're testing the new 2019 SEDONA ELITE 3200 DWS model, which has the new burner system, the soft glow burner system, and we're going to test it with about 3.5 pounds of Honduras coffee, and we've got it at about 390, and we're going to go ahead and charge. So reset the timer and then we'll charge the beans. So go right ahead and do that. And we've got the drum speed at about 70, is that right? Yeah. Okay. So we've charged about 3.5 pounds, slightly under 3.5 pounds of Honduras. Our KPA on the gas is about 1.2. Our airflow, you can see it up there, is about 2.5. Turnaround was at about 162 degrees at just a little over a minute. We're going to monitor the climb. We're also testing this using the Bluetooth technology and the Gangs of Roasters app. So this is the Bluetooth technology that can be used on an iPhone or a iPad, an iOS device. It's called Gangs of Roasters, so you can do it via Bluetooth if you want. If you prefer, you can still use Artisan with the USB attachment as well. So we've bumped up the KPA to 1.5 because we might have gone a little slower. We're at 3 minutes 18 seconds at 235 degrees. We want to be at about 5 to 6 minutes at about 230 where we end the drying phase. So we're taking a slow run on the drying phase, which is okay because the content on our Honduras is a little low on moisture. So I bumped up the airflow to about 4, which should bump up our time on heating, still at 1.5 kPa. I think we got a little bit of a slow start. We're at 5 minutes 40 seconds, 296 degrees. I'm going to bump the kPa up to 2.75. We're still at about 70% on the drum and 40% or 4 on the air temp or the air flow. So here we are at 8 minutes 5 seconds, 349 degrees on the bean, 430 on the air temperature. I'm still at a little bit under 2 kPa. I have bumped up, if you can see it, the airflow all the way to a little bit over 7, and we're going at about the pace that I'd like for it to go. To take a look at our beans, if you can see them, it's going through the browning or the mallard phase, but we're not rushing through this roast. We're trying to keep it so that it will be about a 12-minute roast, maybe even as high as 13 minutes. Keeping in mind that at this point most of your roast is occurring from the hot air temperature. We're at 378 on the bean, 450 on the hot air, at 2 kPa, and we're going into first crack. Going into a rolling first crack at 390 on the bean, 445 on the hot air. We kind of slowed down the hot air a little bit by cranking it up all the way to 9. And we've cut back the KPA on the gas to 1.4. Let's take a look. We're going to take a look at the beans, pull it out, bring it over here. A nice looking brown, but first crack is just now stopped. Right at 402 on the bean, 448 on the hot air. 11 minutes. We bumped it down, as we said in the last clip, to 1.4. We're at 9 on the hot air flow. We're still at 70. I think we're going to bump up the drum speed to about 80. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but we're at 4:15, 11 minutes 43 seconds. Starting into second crack. Let's go ahead and get the cooling tray on, and we'll get ready to charge. What was our time when we dropped it? About 12 minutes? Okay, right at 12 minutes. And what was it, about 420 degrees on the beam?